Welcome everybody to this Day1 presentation. But before going into the Day1 presentation, I would just like you to understand a little bit about the framework of the business and the system. I would also say it work as a system of the business and how you actually do the business, right? So basically, like what happens is after you've joined the business yourselves, you might probably ask what kind of framework do these people follow, right, in order to get you involved into the business. So the same question and the same answer that you need to get is the same thing that these people have done for me and you. The same thing we have to do for other people also, right? So now how does a framework look like? Obviously, number one, we have to prospect people. We have to find the right people for the business, right? We cannot just we cannot, obviously, yes, I'm not saying that we cannot make everyone involved into the business, even though it might sound impossible, but we cannot just assume which one are right for the business and which people are not right for the business. We have to prospect them, we have to ask them few questions, we have to show them few videos, we have to maybe just get to know a little bit about the person, and then you'll come to a realization if the person is ambitious or not, if this is the best fit for the person or not. And yes, obviously, if you feel like that person is best fit for the business, then what you can do is you can do the invitation. See what happens if you directly, like without filtering, right? You directly invite the people, you will get so many invitation done. Probably for some people who think that this business is not best fit for them, maybe even if they come to the presentation, might be the presentation is not for them, right? So I will say it's always good to find the prospect, doing the right prospecting, and also yes, invitation is not supposed to be hard. Invitation is just like telling your friend, like finding the right time and the right place with your friend to give the presentation. Now, obviously, when I say presentation, there should be a 3-day presentation. The day 1 presentation will be based on the pre-fill-ups and presentation, which I'll be doing now. Then after that, obviously, you have to continue with the day 2 presentation. You have to continue with day 3 presentation, and after which you have to close them if they're willing to get started. Now registration is getting done. Now if they're not willing, they are rejecting you, or then you can only remember when they use the word no against you. Remember, no stands for next opportunity. So you have to move on and go on. Now obviously, with the people who have registered, and what you are required to give them is you're required to give them training, and then start the activities as soon as possible. What are the activities? The IPFOR, those are the activities, and obviously we then just duplicate all these framework. Now this is how we should do with everyone or with anyone, even you, how you should do with other people. This is how you have been done by some other people, and this is how you should also do with other people. So this is a framework of the business, and our topic today will be the third topic, that is the day 1 pre-fill-ups and presentation. We will focus more on the what and the why. So until now, now this will be the day 1 presentation, and yes, the purpose of the day 1 presentation is also, I will say, a kind of a filtration process beyond guess only to see how much are they interested into building their own pipeline, right? So basically, what will happen now if before doing this day 1 presentation, right? It is always good and it's always better to actually have that you should actually know the dreams. You should actually know the primary motivating factor. Like what is a primary motivating factor? This one, right? Something that give the priority to those things, giving priority to those things which motivate you mostly for achieving your dreams. Now, if we know the primary motivating factor of a person, if we know the dreams that they are having, then it is very, very best and it's very good. And this presentation would work best for them if we or if you already know the primary motivating factor. And in that case, you can ask about their dreams. If they don't have, maybe if they have not planned about their dreams yet, you can just show them this one, right? Primary motivating factor, the picture of this one, the extra income, financial freedom, all these topics, you can just show them and then ask them the question, what is the most priority, right? So once you get with all these primary motivating factor, once you know their dream, what their dream is, then it is also very good then that we are going to start the presentation. And see, the presentation that you are giving, it should be aligned with the dream that they are having. Okay, it should be aligned with the dream they are having. Now, if their dream is building a business, if their dream is having extra source of income, if their dream is traveling the world, whatever dream they're having, right? If their dream is helping people, now whatever dream that they're having, it is always good to align those dreams with, to align this presentation with their dreams. Now, let's say like we have started, and then let's say that they want to go and travel the world, right? Now, do not directly start with the presentation, but you can ask them a few questions. That is the 5 golden questions. Now, if you don't know what the 5 golden questions, I suggest you to go and Google it, or if it's not there in the Google, you have to read the book, this book, Question and the Answer by Alan Pease. 5 golden question. Now let me just type it here if they are there or not. Now if they are not there, then you have to go and read the book. Right? I think this will be the also this is the one. Now once they have chosen whatever they've chosen the primary motivating factor or whatever dream that they have chosen for themselves, now asking these five solid golden question is very important. Now the first question is this one. You ask them why they choose that. Right now, if they choose traveling the world, now you ask them why do they choose that one. Right? Why traveling the world? Why helping other people? Why business? Okay. Now whatever they've chosen, that's the first question. Why do you choose that? Maybe like why is it important to you to have that or to get that? That might be the next follow-up question. The third follow-up question might be what happens if they don't get that? What will be the consequences if they don't, if they're not able to have that one? Or the follow-up question, the main follow-up question in the last stage will be how do you plan to achieve your goals, or how do you plan to achieve your dream? Right now, these are the like solid golden question, a follow-up question, I would say. And yes, it's very important, the last one also, how are you planning to achieve your goals? It's not that once I tell you your goals, your dream, you directly ask this question. You ask first the reason why you want it, right? And the last question would be, how do they want to achieve it? Now, if they tell you their plan and everything, now obviously a plan must always involve being into entrepreneurship, right? See, it's quite hard and difficult to achieve your goals and dreams by being into any other categories other than entrepreneurship, or other than shifting yourself to category of business and investor. Now they will tell you what is that business and investor category. Then you start giving them the explanation. ESBI. Now see, you show them this slide. If you have the book The Business School by Robert T. Kiyosaki, you can show them the book. Now in this book, right, Robert T. Kiyosaki, he is the author of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, one of the highest selling book in the world. Then you can also Google in front of them right now. What I can do this one, right? I can do this one. Rich Dad Poor Dad copy. So I'll just click that. Now do you see? Over 32 million copies has been sold in more than 51 languages all over the world. Now this is actually the best book on what? On financial education. This is the best book if you want to achieve your goal, if you want to achieve your dream, or who most the entrepreneurs, right? They would read this kind of book. Now, see, these are the books which you will not get in your college, right? These are the books which you can't get in your college. Your college won't be teaching you all this stuff. So, but whatever I'm going to give you, right? Maybe for the next 1 hour or so, whatever I'm going to give you will be very new. And I'll tell you that I will not be able to complete the whole coaching with you or the whole presentation with you in just 1 day. I will need 3 days. Now you have to give me an assurance that 3 days you have to complete this. Now if you're willing to come for 3 days, then obviously you have to tell them that it is a 3-day coaching. We cannot complete it in just 1 day. Now today will mostly be on the why and what this is and why this one. Why we like this presentation and what is this presentation about. Okay, then see, after you tell them about the book, like the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, then you tell him that he's also written one book, and that book is The Business of the 21st Century. And in this book, he talks something about ESBI. What is ESBI? You tell them. ESBI stands for Employee, Self-Employed, Business Owner, and Investor. Now, these are the definition of an employee. An employee earns money by holding a job and working for someone else or a company. The self-employed are people who earn money working for themselves, either as a solo operator or through their own small business. A business owner owns a large business, typically defined as 500 people or more, that generates money. Investors earn more money from their various investment. In other words, money generates more money. So now these are the different categories of people, and they are, according to Robert T. Kiyosaki, he has divided people into two categories. What are the two categories, right? The category in the left side and the category in the right side. Now, if I tell you what are the category in the left side, these are the category in the left side, the E and S, employee, self-employed, and the category in the right side, that is the business and the investor. Now, what happened was, if you see, right, according to his explanation, that most probably most of the time we as people, we start off as being in this first category, being an employee, right? Now let me just give you an example of a doctor. A doctor most probably be an employee in some hospital first, then later he or she can start up their own pharmacy, they can start up their own clinic, which means they jump from the category of E to S category. And this is where most of the people are stuck in, right? Now you can ask them question. Now the next question can ask them, like which category are we mostly people are in? Maybe in the ENS or the BNI. No, obviously they will give you the answer. If they haven't understood yet, then they might tell you that most people are in the BNI, but which is wrong. It is actually 95% of people. 95% of people are in the E and S category, and only 5% of people are in the BNI category. And again, most people, they start off as an employee, or they can start off as a self-employed or small business owner, and they stuck here only, right? They are stuck in this quadrant, in these two quadrants only. There are few people only who will jump to the next quadrant. There are few doctors who will start their own hospital. Now let us take Shillong as an example. There are thousands, hundreds and thousands of doctors, all which Meghalaya, right? But how many doctors do you know start their own hospital? There are very few of them. Maybe just 2 or 3 of them who start their hospital. Otherwise, every one of them just become an employee and a self-employed, maybe of someone else or of themselves. No. Remember, a business owner is what? The one who employs more than 500 people. An investor, obviously, if they don't know what an investor is, just take example of Peter Thiel, right? Now, if you people don't know what Peter Thiel is, let me tell you. Now, who is Peter Thiel? Let me show you something. If people don't know about investor, right? Take this guy as example. Right, you can take this guy as example. First investor. Okay, Peter Thiel, initial investment in Facebook. Now, when Facebook started, right? When Facebook started, it was started by a guy named Mark Zuckerberg, and he was just 19 years of age, and he doesn't have the money to expand his business. So he need what? He need investors, people who have the money. And luckily for him, he found Peter Thiel, and Peter Thiel invested in Facebook in August 2004 for a sum of $500,000, which, if you, with inflation, if you calculate in today's money, right, in Indian rupees, it will be around 85. How much? 85 will be 40, right? So it will be 4 crores of initial investment, and then with his initial investment, he got a 10.2% stake in the company. So these are people, these are investors where they don't start their own business, but they use their money to actually own some stake in other people's businesses. Now again, you ask them the question, right? Now, if we are to accomplish our own dreams, if they are to accomplish their goals, in which category do you think is mostly possible? The high chance of the possibility of making it happen, probably it might be in the B and I category, isn't it? Now, again, you should again tell them another explanation of parables of pipeline. That is differences between a pipeline builder and a bucket carrier. A pipeline builder are those people falling in the business and investor category, whereas the bucket carrier are the one falling into the category of employee and self-employed category, right? Now, what are these people? Who are into the bucket carrier and who are into the pipeline builder? Let us just give a very good example. Now, for those people being into the bucket carrying, right? It is very good if you do this explanation by not showing this slide, but do it a paper presentation. It will be very, very, very good. Okay. Now, what will happen is you tell them. Now, see, even if we start earning at the age of 25, that is 50,000 a month. Probably, let's say you work till your retirement, that is 60 years of age. Now, for 35 years of your life working, 12 months a year, and 50,000 a month, if we are to calculate the total earning, it will only be 2 crores 10 lakh rupees. Now, another question. How is it? Is it easy or not to get a job of 50,000 rupees at the age of 25? The answer most probably is not. But I'm saying that even if you can do so, right? 25 years, working till 60 years, 50,000 a month, you'll still be earning only 2 crores and 10,000, 2 crores and 10 lakh a month. I mean, a whole lifetime. Even if you earn 1 lakh a month, the total earning will only be 4 crores and 20 lakh. That will be the total earning right from the 25, right when you are 25 years of age till 60 years of age. This world, right? You build one building, right? A building of 3 stories. A 3-story building, a normal 3-story building will cost you 1 crore only. Then your children, education, your daily needs and necessities. Now, if you have time, tell more about Maslow's theory. I'll make a video separately about Maslow's theory. I'll make a video separately about financial freedom. If you have time, tell them more about financial freedom. Let's compare this with another example of building a pipeline. There are lots of examples I can give on building a pipeline, but let me give you one example of a book. Now, I know if you see the book, the name of the book is How to Influence People. This is the name of the book. And this book actually has been sold over 32 million copies. Now, let's see the current, maybe the current data. How much is it? Now, that book, How to Influence People. Right. So, how to influence and influence. Okay, let's see. Okay, over 30 million copies. Hello. Now, there's the example of this book, right? This copies have sold over 30 million copies. And now I'm buying the book, right? The book cost is 200 rupees. The book cost is 200 rupees and it has been sold worldwide over 30 million copies. Okay, now let me show you something. Now, if you see here, right, obviously the total sold is 32 million, but I don't know why it shows in the internet 30 million copies, but let's just take this one, right? The total copies sold is over 32 million copies, which means in Indian counting system, it will be 3 crores and 20 lakh copies. It has been sold worldwide. Now, on the cost of one book per book is 199 or 200 rupees. Now, if you are going to calculate this, right, you'll get how much? 640 crores in total. Again, another example, the favorite, most of you might have read about this book. The name of the book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, the book cost is how much? 225, right? 2000 or 225. And if you Google right now, if you search right, the total book that has been, this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, has sold over 100 million copies worldwide. Now let us do a calculation, right? Let us do a proper calculation. 100 million copies will be 8 zeros. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is 100 million copies, or it's in 10 crores copy. It has been sold worldwide. And now the cost of per book is how much? I just shown you. The cost of per book is 225. Now if we are going to calculate this, it will be how much? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, 100 crore, 1,000 crore. 2,250 crores rupees in revenue. Think of that. 2,250 crores in revenue by just one book. And I don't think so. Now, this book sold over 105 million copies. And the cost of this book is how much? 399, the notebook. For the lover guy out there, right? If anyone of you is a lover guy, a lover girl, this book is for you. There's a film that has been produced on this book. This book has been sold over 105 million copies. And the cost of per book is how much? If you see here, right? Is it in there as 399, or let's just say 400. That would be 4,200 crores. Now, do you think these authors of these different books, do you think they only write one book or many books? Probably they have written many books, isn't it? Now, only from one book they are able to earn up to 4,200 crores. That's just from one book. Now, if you take example with the life of most of our people who are just a bucket carrier, what happened? Oh, even if we are earning 50,000 a month, or maybe even 1 lakh a month or so, for the next 60 years, when you reach the year of 60 years of age, right, the total will only be 4 crores and 20 lakh only. Now see the difference? These people, some of the author of the book, I believe so, he is passed away, that. But still, what happened? They're still getting the earnings. These people, right, the people who are pipeline builder, you have to understand, they don't sell their time. Most of us, we are selling our time just to earn an income. We work hard all day, right? We work hard all day. I'm not saying that you don't need to work hard. Yes, you have to work hard, but not to the extent where you're working till 60 years of your life. You sell your time to somebody else, or to your own work, or to your own job, and do the same every day in and every day out. But there are people who work hard once. They are the people who build a pipeline. See, when there is this story like the bucket carrier and pipeline builder. If you want to see the video, I suggest you show it to your friends. This video first, and it'll be good. We can talk more about the purpose of pipeline. The video, how it goes. There are two friends, one having a job of carrying water from one village to another village. One, like both of them, they carry in the bucket. Now, one friend thought of wanting to build a pipeline, so it'll be easier. But the other friend doesn't believe in that idea. He said it will take a lot of time. It will not work out. What happened is, the other friend, every day he used to carry water, and every evening he used to party and do like nothing else. While the other friend, the pipeline builder, every day daytime he carry bucket in his water. Every evening time he's building his pipeline. He builds his pipeline every day. After a few years of building the pipeline, he completed building the pipeline. What happened? He doesn't require to carry water anymore. But his other friend, he still has to carry the water in order to get the earning. While the other friend, even if he just sit and sleep, the money keeps flowing. Now, this is the difference between pipeline builder and bucket carrier. Bucket carrier, they will just do the same thing every day in and out. While pipeline builder, they're still on the doing their, maybe carrying the bucket right now, doing some other job, doing some other work right now. But they will utilize their free time to actually build a pipeline. Now you can say this to your friends. See, every day you're going to college. What you're doing is you're carrying bucket only. You're planning to carry bucket for your future. Now you have 5 years in your life with yourself. Maybe some of you have 4 years, some of you have 3 years. You still have 3, 4, 5 years before you actually carry that water in your bucket. Now, why not utilize these 3 to 4 to 5 years of your life building your pipelines so that by the time it is time for you to carry the bucket, right? To carry water in the bucket, you at the same time you will also have bucket to carry, and at the same time you have a pipeline to also build for yourself. Now, when we say pipeline, you have to understand, right? We don't sell our time to earn an income. We don't want to be slave. Most of us we are slave to our own work. But these people, they are doing what? They're buying the time for the people. Now, if you ask me, how do people buy the time for the people? They actually have employees. These employees, let us take example of Mukesh Ambani, right? Mukesh Ambani, what happened is he has 3 lakh employees. And if these 3 lakh employees, now if you don't understand what buying time is, let me just show you this one. If these 3 lakh employees, okay, Mukesh Ambani has what? 3 lakh employees, and if these 3 lakh employees, they're working only 7 hours every single day. Now, obviously, that is the hours where most people are working every single day. Now, what will happen? 3 into 7 will be 21 lakh, isn't it? 21 lakh hours. This is only what? This is only per day. Now, this is how one of the example how you're building that time. How you're building a pipeline. You're buying the time of the other people. When you read the book, when I read this book, I'm actually selling my time to read the book, right? The book who is the author of this book, he is actually buying our time. Now, this is another example of buying time. Again, I can give a lot of other examples, right? Of buying time. But then, let's move forward. Now, how to, if we are to become a slave, we have to work till forever. Why? Now, see it. Look at your parents. Look at my parents. Look at your parents. What are you doing? You're working for their lifetime only. Now, there are some people, they are working only till the age of 30 and then they retire. Some of them only at the age of 27 and they retire. I've seen some of the people. And these people, they have financial freedom. When I say financial freedom, I mean you getting freedom both in time and also money, right? And also still have the energy. And yes, people who are into pipeline building are different. They're thinking long term and they always think about investment. While people who are bucket carriers, they are thinking short term only and they're mostly thinking of saving. Now, what you see above. This is not investment. Those are all just saving. And yes, income is different. Income, if you're a bucket carrier, income will be active. If you're a pipeline builder, income will be passive. Now, let us take example of some other people who have now. If you have to build a pipeline, what are the things required for me and you to build a pipeline? Now, obviously, there are 2 things required to build a pipeline: a business assets and a human resource. Now, when we talk first about human resource, right? Human resource, these human resource, we are they're saying what? Employees or customers. Human resource are people, I can just say, right? Now, see, we are surrounded by people only, both left and right. Even if you watch this video now, even maybe if you are giving the presentation to your friends, you can tell your friends. You move out, once this presentation is completed, you will have friends, family members, everyone. They are all people only. We are surrounded by people. So human resource is not a problem for me and you, right? It's not a problem to have a customer. But what a real problem is having a business assets for ourselves. Having a business assets for ourselves is a problem. People are not able to build their own business. Reason is maybe experience, maybe experience or expertise, you can say so. Maybe the right connection we're not having. Maybe most importantly, we don't have the skills, right? We don't have the skills to build the business. We don't have infrastructure. We don't have money to do the business. And it's also very risky, right? You invest a lot of your money into the business. What if it doesn't work out? No, that makes people to be so much in fear that they will not even try it out to be in business. So they end up being an employee or maybe self-employed. Just building a business asset. Now, when I say business asset, there are two things. Every business has two things, right? They have products and services, and it's something which more people are having a problem with. That people are not able to build their own business assets. People are not able to build their own products. They are not able to build their own services. That's why they what happened is that they are not able to build their own pipeline. Now, when we say business, now when I use the word business also, right? Obviously, now before I tell something about business, now these are some of the example of people with their own pipeline. Obviously, these are not the only one. There are many people with their own pipeline. We are just taking example of Mukesh Ambani. His company is Reliance. He has 3 lakh employees. The company worth is over 7 lakh crores. Now, Amazon, the company's worth is 42 lakh crores with 15 lakh employees. They have human resources, they have business assets, right? Now, if we are to business assets, now the question is, if we are to business, what kind of business should we be in? Now, the problem is not about building customers. It's all about the problem. It's all about having the right products, right? If we are to be in business for ourselves, right? What is most required, right? What does every business need to have a balance of in order to become successful, in order to be a successful business? Now, they need to have a balance of these two things. What are these two things? That is the demand and supply. Right? Every business must have what? Every business must have demand and supply. Okay? See, we want to be in business. We don't have a business of our own. Now, don't worry about that. We will discuss how we can have a business of our own. Now, if we have a business, before having a business of our own, we have to understand what are the different types of business we can be in. And every business has what? Demand and supply. If we have good demand and good supply, it will be a very good business. But if there are less demand and only supply, then it will not be a very good business. But if there are more in your supply and no demand, then what's the point of supplying the products? Now, if I ask the question of supply, who are the people who involve mostly with the supply chains? Who are the people who mostly involved with the supply chain? Your answer will be what? Manufacturer, the producer, right? The producer of the manufacturer, the one who manufacture and produce all the products. Now, who creates the demand? Yes, I know most of you will answer. You can tell them, yes, you know that most of you might answer as customers create the demand. Now, customers, yes, they create the demand, but who creates the demand? Like, who creates the demand for the products, right? The answer is just customers. But customers, how do they get to know about all these products and services? They get to know because of the marketing strategy, right? They get to know because of advertisement. They get to know because there is a good marketing strategy by different businesses. Now we have two choices to be right now. Either create a demand or create supply. If you see most businesses when they start out, they don't start in both the change. They never started in both the change. They either start as a supplier or a manufacturer, or they started as a marketer or the one who creates a demand. Now, if you ask me where is the business better, some of you, right, when I use the word entrepreneurship, wanting to be in business for yourself, you would always think about being a manufacturer. Now, let me show you something. Let me tell you something. If I ask you the question, you ask them. If I ask you the question of Onitsuka Tiger, how much do you know about Onitsuka Tiger? Most people, they said no, they have never heard about Onitsuka Tiger. But if I ask you about the question of Nike, how much do you know about Nike? They will say, yes, I have heard about Nike. Even I wear Nike shoes. Now, what's the difference between these two companies? Now, there's actually no difference. Initially, there was no difference. There were no difference. Now, if you ask me why was there no difference, let me tell you a history about these two companies. Onitsuka Tiger is a Japanese company started manufacturing shoes since 1949. While Nike started by Nike in 1971. But do you know that in 1964, In 1964, he was only a distributor of Onitsuka Tiger Shoe Company in the name of Blue Ribbon Sport, then which he later changed the company name to Nike in the year 1978. How does this happen? When Phil Knight went to Japan, he entered the shop Onitsuka Tiger, and what happened is he tried out the shoes and it was so comfortable that he met with the owner of Onitsuka Tiger and want to distribute Onitsuka Tigers to the whole of USA. Now, he did not have any money of his own. He did not manufacture himself. He did not do that. He only tell Onitsuka Tiger that he will distribute Onitsuka Tiger products to USA. Yes, nothing. No experience, nothing. Not even a business. But obviously, he created the business then and there only. In the name of Blue Ribbon Sports. Then he took out some products and then he marketed in the US. Through difference in marketing strategy, he was able. He did start like with few shoes only. Then he did start with using his car, right? In the bunker of his car, he would sell his shoes, traveling from places to different places to sell. Onitsuka Tiger shoes. This is just one example. It's not only Nike that does which means Nike was not actually its own manufacturer. It outsourced its manufacturing in 1947. Like even before outsourcing the product, also it was not outsourcing the manufacturing. It was actually marketing somebody else's product. And then later it outsourced the manufacturing. When he start having the money, he knows the marketing, he knows, like he's having experience, he has loyal customers, he has the money, then only he starts his own manufacturing brand, his own marketing brand, which is Nike. Just like this, Apple started this way. You might have heard about Apple, you've never heard about AAD. Apple computer first manufacturer was American Automated Device. Amazon doesn't have its own manufacturing in it. It only sells other people's product. Now, if you see, right, most people, most big brands and most big companies, initially they never manufacture their products. They are only marketing other people's product. Amazon only manufacture its own product in early 2000. That is Amazon Kindle, right? The tablet, if I'm mistaken. It does manufacturing after some, maybe later. Now, there are so many more examples we can give on, right? Where people, they don't manufacture their own products, but they are only marketing someone else's products. Now, you might have a question. Why does Phil Knight does this? Why do he manufacture himself? These are the, according to him, right? These are the reasons. The cost of manufacturing. He doesn't know about owning a company. He knows nothing about businesses, manufacturing. No, he doesn't even have the money for all those things. They are too expensive to have their own manufacturing plant. He doesn't have the expertise, right? He needed to find partners who already have the expertise and experience to produce high quality shoes. That's why he found Onitsuka Tiger. And it's difficult to scale your business once you concentrate only on manufacturing. Now, in his words, Phil Knight was right. If you see, in addition to the reasons above, Phil Knight has also said that he didn't want to focus on the manufacturing side of the business. He wanted to focus on the design and marketing of Nike shoes. Now, we have choices to make, to either be into the manufacturing business or to either be in the marketing business. Now, if you are to be in the manufacturing business, you have your own liabilities. You need to take accountability of both manufacturing and marketing, and it is something which is not easy. Now, if marketing doesn't work out for you, then the point of manufacturing, there will be no point of even manufacturing. You will just be in loss only, because you have manufactured the products. You'll be just in loss. But if we are into the marketing business, we will gain the experience in the next 2 to 3 years. We'll start having the money. We'll start having customers. We'll start having the experience. then we can be in any other businesses also, later it will work out. Why? Because you are having the loyalty, the customer's loyalty, you're having the trust, you're gaining the trust. So by doing marketing, by creating a demand, it's much more better than actually by being a supplier. And again, see, another question. Most people, they never know about your manufacturing company, but they will always know about what? Marketing companies. You know Nike, but you never know Niska Tiger. You know Apple computers, but you never know AD, American Automotive Device. You know Amazon. Why? Because these are marketing companies. If you want to succeed in the business, I would say be in the business of marketing. Okay. Now, if we have to, again, the speed also, speed is very vital in business. We don't want to take pressure of, like, see, manufacturing has its own pressure, has its own stress. Now, if we can market the products, why would we take the stress of manufacturing, right? Let other people manufacture it and we do the marketing. You understand that? We still have 3 to 4 years in our life, right, to focus on marketing. Even if we started manufacturing, it will disturb our studies. But if we are to the marketing, we do whatever we want. It will not also it doesn't even disturb our studies. And we want to go fast in this world. This world, like, there are only one thing fast. They speed, right? 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. Now, if we want to become successful, it must be fast, right? Now, if we are to be in, yeah. Now, if you ask ourselves a question, now you ask those people a question, are they having the same issues as mine? The answer is yes. Because they don't have the money, they don't have their own manufacturing plant, they don't have the experience, they don't have the expertise, they don't have the skills. They can't even scale the business. But one question is, but do you have the ambition and the will to make your dream come true? Whatever dream they're having, if their dream is helping people, but do you have the ambition to make your dream come true, to help other people? Are you ambitious enough to help other people? Are you ambitious enough to become a traveler, to travel the whole world? Are you ambitious enough or not to personally develop yourself? If you are, then entrepreneurship is for you. Then creating a demand is for you. Now, if you are going to create a demand, right? Where to create the demand and how to create the demand? What type of marketing should you do? There are many different ways of marketing. The traditional business marketing, let me tell you, which works mostly through the middleman. How it works is these. Now, let us take example of Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola cost is 40 rupees. Now, I don't know if it's 45 right now, but yes, let's take 40 rupees is like the MRP price of Coca-Cola. Now, if we ask the question, how much do you think the manufacturing cost of Coca-Cola is? Let us just Google, right? Hope so we can find it. Now, hello, how much is the manufacturing cost of Coca-Cola in Indian rupees? Let's find this one. So let's just take this one, right? Let's just take this one. Let's just take this one. That is, the total manufacturing cost is 10 to 15 rupees. Okay, I hope so you see the screen. Now, Coca-Cola manufacturing cost is 10 to 15 rupees in Indian, like in India. Now, the question is, if it's only 10 rupees or if it's only 15 rupees, why are they charging us 40 rupees? Now, that's the question, right? What is that? Hello. Now, If it's only 10 to 15 rupees, again the question is, why would they charge us up to 40 rupees? Now that is the question, right? We have seen the manufacturing cost is 20 to 50 rupees only. Now why are we being charged 40 rupees? We are being charged 40 rupees for a reason, for this reason. For middlemen, for the retailer's shop, for the wholesaler profit, for the local profit, regional, whatever, TNF agent. These are called the middlemen, right? Or also for advertisement. Now, because the company has to pay the profit to all these people, obviously they should also get the profit. Now, a can of 10, 50 rupees of manufacturing cost will cost 3 times more, 2 or 3 times more. Why? When we are buying, again, simple answer is because of middlemen only, right? Now, this is how most traditional business work. Now, in 1886, when direct selling comes into picture, what happened was they, like, all the middlemen has been replaced. They said what? When these direct selling companies come into picture, the direct selling business model, comes into picture, they said we will eradicate or we will throw away the middleman, but we will serve directly to the customers. We will do what? We will serve directly to the customers. And how do we do that? We do that by a website. That's why when this company Amazon came into picture, it is directly selling to the customers, right? It doesn't have any, like, maybe some middlemen out there, but not most middlemen. Now that's why when you buy products online, it'll be much lesser in price than the offline products. You have seen that because it's direct selling. Doesn't need to pay to many middlemen. Now, through B2C, business direct to customers, through B2B2C, through mobile Shopee, franchisee, CRM, Canopy, and B2B. Now, these are some examples of direct selling business. Okay. Now, direct selling business also offers more advantages over traditional business for another reason. If we are to become an advertiser, like if you have to advertise, how many people do you think will follow you or will be influenced by you if you have to advertise? I don't think so many out there, because you're not like celebrities, right? Celebrities, they earn crores and crores by doing the false advertisement. Obviously, not all advertisement are false, but right and false advertisement. What are false advertisement? False advertisement are the one that it doesn't happen real, whatever you're saying in the advertisement, right? So again, if you are to open a retail shops, you need lakhs of rupees. If you are to be a wholesaler, you need multi lakhs, you need crores also. A local distributor, a regional distributor, a national distributor, you need crores and crores of rupees, and you need the right connection with right people. And still, these also are very risky, even though they don't manufacture their own products. They are like marketing the products, right? They are supplying the products, even though they don't manufacture. This traditional business, again, it looks very risky and dangerous also. What if it doesn't work out? Now, when direct selling comes into the picture in the year 1886, what happened is it allows people to be in business for themselves without any cost of investment. Now, that's the beauty of direct selling. You can have your own website for free of cost. You can do B2C, B2B2C, mobile GP, all those mentioned there. No, the business we are talking right now, remember, we are talking a business of building a pipeline. We are talking a business of creating a demand into marketing. And we are talking a business of direct selling business. Now, what kind of long-term vision we are going to see ourselves to direct selling business? The first thing is we want to build the image for ourselves. Right? We have 3 years in our life to build an image so that whatever branding we are going to have, or whatever manufacturing we're going to have later, people will know you, people will know me, and we'll get more trust from the people. It is to gain experience and expertise in conducting business. Thus, the long term of directing business is to gain the employability skills. Suppose some of you might not want to do this as a full-time career, you still want to be an employee. You can take this as just to gain some employability skills, to gain your soft skill, to gain your people skill, customer behavior, team building, sales and marketing, social skill, leadership, public speaking, and more. That helps with in your personal development. To establish unknown customers that can benefit in other business venture later. Now, if we have this directly in business, this entrepreneurial venture, if we have this now and we are able to acquire customers right now, it'll be easier for your business later to acquire different customers later for your different businesses. Why? Because you already have known customers for yourself. And yes, you will earn passively without being a slave forever. Just to summarize everything all, I want you to summarize. I'll not do the summarization, but you have to do the summarization to your friends. Just like I tell you, if you still have more time, talk again. We can talk more about Maslow's theory. We can talk more about financial freedom also, which I'll talk later, if not now, if you have more time. Then summarize again everything, like from the very beginning, right? Summarize again these from the very beginning. Just summarize, tell this, show them all these things. And if you feel, now you tell them, if you're ambitious about building your dreams, having a roadmap to building your dreams, if you're that much ambitious to build yourself a roadmap to building your dreams, let's meet again tomorrow, same timing and in the same place. Now I have to ask you a question. Are you willing? Are you ambitious enough? Are you ambitious enough or not to build yourself? Because if you are, let's have a good roadmap. By tomorrow we'll talk on how it works, how the business works, how that website works, and everything. We'll talk. Are you ambitious enough? If you are, let's pick a time. You ask this question before leaving the guest, right? You must ask this question. You must do the fan bam. What is fan bam? Let me show you. You must do this. Before leaving the guest, you must do what? FAMBAM. What is fan bam? For some of you, if you don't know, is fix a meeting by a meeting. Fix the next meeting by that meeting. Now, if you have to fix tomorrow meeting also, same timing. Okay, don't let them go without fixing the next meeting. You ask them the question, are they ambitious or not? If they say yes, chalo, we'll meet again tomorrow, same timing, and we'll discuss more of how to do it tomorrow. So with these few words, thank you so much everyone of you. And if you have any question, you can just in the chat box below, right? You can just type your question, and then maybe I can follow up with your question also. I can answer and follow up with anything related with the business activities. So thank you so much. And also you have to understand the day 1 presentation, and we'll continue with the videos on day 2 and day 3 presentation maybe some other day. Thank you so much everyone.